We're now at #2 in our countdown of this year's uplifting moments in entertainment, and that honor goes to the CBS show God Friended Me. Studio 5 traveled to New York City to be on the set as the cameras rolled.
There is no proof of God anywhere in the universe. We will debate that and more on today's episode of The Millennial Prophet. I am your host, Miles Feiner, reminding you that there is no God and that is okay.
An outspoken atheist.
I thought I had it all figured out, but then something happened and it changed my life forever. I got a friend request from God.
What?
Accepts a friend request from God. And so begins the CBS series God Friended Me.
Rolling.
Starring Brandon Michael Hall, who we visited on set in New York City.
Miles Feiner, how big of a stretch is this character for Brandon and Michael Hall?
No, Miles is a big stretch. I grew up in a household full of religion, and I grew up going to church at least 3 to 4 or 5 times a day on a Sunday, you know. So to go from going from understanding what faith and religion means to me, and then playing a role where it's completely taken away and he's finding his own way back, I think it's a huge opportunity for me to learn a lot, you know. First, I'm learning about the Bible, I'm learning about other religions, other spiritualities, but I'm also gaining a closer understanding with myself, you know. So those are the roles you really want to sink your teeth into.
Let me get this straight. You're being catfished by someone calling themselves God on Facebook.
Yes, and I need your hacker skills to give me their IP address.
Keep your voice. How many times I gotta tell you, I'm not a hacker, okay? I'm a video game enthusiast. Okay, what do you know?
This is the set for where Miles Feiner works, Identity Seal, a company charged with safeguarding people's identity. At the same time, Miles is struggling with a big part of who he used to be, and something his father still is.
A man of faith, a minister, in fact.
Wait, this podcast of yours.
You think you're helping people, but you're not.
That's not true.
You are taking away people's hope.
And you're telling them that God is watching over us. You know better than anyone that's not true.
You don't think that what happened made me question my faith?
It's Joe Morton.
You've gotten yourself into a bit of trouble, Olivia, and I'm here to fix it.
America's favorite diabolical dad in the hit series Scandal plays Miles's father in God Friended Me.
Have you ever undergone a place where you were sort of at a crisis faith moment?
I don't know that I lost my father when I was 10 years old, under some very suspicious circumstances, at a time when, you know, I'd been baptized Catholic and so on and so forth. I don't know that I blamed anyone at that time other than myself. But that's, again, a kind of loss of faith in your own humanity.
Look, I know the nurse in the photo is your mom. She left when you were a kid, right?
Why do you even care?
When I was 8, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I prayed for a miracle, and then it happened. She went to full remission. The doctors couldn't even explain it.
I don't understand. If God answered your prayers, why don't you believe?
Because on the way home from the hospital, she died in a car accident.
Miles.
Look, I don't know who's behind this or why they chose me, but I do know that your mom is still out there. I'd give anything to say the same.
The God account connects Miles to people in need.
I don't know who's behind this or why they chose me, but they sent me names. They want me to help people.
Hey, somebody stop that gun!
When you pulled me back, I realized, I didn't want to die. Thank you.
A storyline 10 million viewers tuned in to see in the very first episode.
There's a lot of great buzz surrounding this show. You had more than 10 million viewers first episode out.
So amazing.
Why do you think people are so drawn to this storyline?
You know, I think that everyone wants to talk about things like faith and politics and connectivity and relationships that just no one knows how to. And I think our show does a really great job at allowing that conversation to happen without judgment.
People say that God has a plan for all of us. Well, I never believed that to be true. But then he friended me, and it kind of turned my life upside down. Not that I think it's God, but in these crazy times we live in, we owe it to ourselves to ask the tough questions.
The show is a hit. You can catch God Friended Me on CBS on Sunday evenings following 60 Minutes. And you can also catch Studio 5 every Wednesday evening at 9:30 right here on the CBN News.